Hi, my name is Brian Swoboda, and I'm here overlooking France's Val d'Argent, or Silver Valley. Now, historically, this valley has been the home of hundreds of silver mines, and it became the economic focus for this part of France. Now, it's no surprise that with the number of silver mines, a corresponding number of mining towns also developed. One of these mining towns is of specific interest to mineral collectors around the world, the town of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. The reason this town is so significant is because every year in late June, this sleepy little mining town transforms itself to become the host of one of Europe's finest mineral shows, the Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines show. Now, over the years, dealers around the world say that this is their favorite mineral show. Why is that? Well, that's what we're here to discover. So join me, please, as we go explore what's hot in Sainte-Marie. Well, now we're deep in Sainte-Marie town, and since I've never been here before, I've asked some of my French friends to help show me what's going on in Sainte-Marie. So we have Eloïse, Alain, and Christophe. Christophe, where are we?
Well, we are in the center of Sainte-Marie. We are sitting on the stairs of the theater. It's the place where we did the first Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines show 51 years ago. And now it is the place where you have to go because it's where you're going to find the high-end dealers.
So this is definitely the place to be.
Exactly. So let's go inside and see what it's hot in Sainte-Marie.
Let's go. Sounds good.
So Brian, we're inside the theater now, and we're going to walk inside and see who we can meet. We will find most of the dealers that you know, that we find in Tucson and in Munich as well. Okay, let's go. Here is Riccardo. I was talking about your aquamarine from Erongo. Yeah. It's not a new piece, no?
Old piece.
Yeah. It comes from what? From the pocket about 4 or 5 years ago?
More, I think.
Okay.
More older.
Yeah. The aesthetic of the piece is really impressive. It looks like a sculpture.
Very aesthetic.
Yes, I really like the piece for the aesthetic. And then you have a very nice azurite. I guess it's from Tsumeb, no? Yeah. Blocky crystal, very sharp, in very good condition. Well, as usual, you have some good pieces. Morganite, old piece too, from Corrego de Urucum, from Brazil, from the Minas. Yes. This is from the famous pocket. It was many years ago. It was what, late 70s, early,
80,
yes. Yeah. Here we have a very nice tourmaline from Paprok in Nuristan, Afghanistan. It's a very good example of what we say a very good tourmaline from this locality. Riccardo is used to travel there for many years, and as usual, he brings back some really good stuff. Yes, Riccardo is also specialized in specimens from Italy, and here we have a really very fine example of a Smithsonite, yes, from Sardinia.
From Mazura,
yes.
Typical locality.
Yeah. For me, it's the best I have ever seen. This Smithsonite for the locality.
This one.
Here you have a second one, a yellowish one. Also, it comes from an old collection, no? I guess it's old pieces, huh?
100-year old. This piece.
I was in the other because we have a tent outside.
So Riccardo,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Grazie, and see you in Munich.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good luck. Have a good show. Good. So we're still in the theater, and on my back you have the booth of Jean-Francois and Marie Astier, who are some very well-known French dealers who are used to travel to Morocco, and who are also strahlers, mountain climbers. So let's go and see what they have to show us. Jean-Francois and Marie, They are French dealers, and they are strahlers. I mean, mountain climbers. They are used to go in the Mont Blanc, in Chamonix. And I wanted to present you one very special piece that they collected in the 90s, exactly in 1990, 1990. It's a quartz from the very famous locality Lagardette in Oisan. And I really wanted to show you the piece because it is a very, very fine example of what we can find in France, and especially the Lagardette quartz are very well known, and in my opinion, it's probably the best quartz in the world that we can find in Lagardette. It's a piece of jewel.
You can see the twin.
Can you focus on the twin just there? It's a lovely piece. It's really a lovely piece. So we are now in the booth of Ian Bruce. I don't need to present him. Everybody knows him. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, yes, we can do the interview actually in French because he has a very, very good French accent. He's almost fluent.
Yeah.
Ok, on commence en français.
Nous commencerons en français.
I can see you have the wine, the bread. Everything is ready for the show.
Well, you know in Sainte-Marie, the minerals are important, but also Sainte-Marie is famous for its hospitality. We can't start an interview without doing it the French way, the French way.
Okay, it's 5 to 12. It's okay. It's almost lunchtime. It's apéritif. C'est l'heure de l'apéritif. You have the glasses? Oh, yes, you have the glasses. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's the sound of Sainte-Marie. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Brian manages to drink his glass of wine and balance the camera at the same time.
Oh, he did it already. He did it already. Look at that. Look at that.
Respect, Brian, respect.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. The true French style.
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Come on. Okay. So you don't have the hat?
You need the beret
okay.
for this.
I see some rocks here. Is it something you want to show me?
Well, technically they're called minerals.
Mineral, okay. Can I have a look?
You know, we have to start with something European here. This is something just exquisite.
But you really want we show this rock full of damage and broken everywhere all around to the winner? Come on, it's
your
joke.
favorite type of mineral.
We did it. We did it.
Okay, to minerals. That's the first one I want to show you.
Switzerland, no?
Yeah. Only in Switzerland do you get something this gemmy. Just fantastic. Just a super grindle.
You can see the windows on the grindle. The piece has the perfect side. You see, it's totally gemmy. It has the great luster. Perfect all around. Is it a new piece?
You know, this walked into the booth this morning. You never know at Sainte-Marie.
Yeah.
And this is just something, it just came, it's our newest acquisition. And I was so happy with it to get something so gemmy, so perfect, that I thought that you might like to see it.
You see? No, it's really a piece of jewel. The exact locality in Switzerland?
Grimsel.
And Grimsel, of course. Typically the luster, the brightness of this area. Thank you.
So I wanted to show you this one next. This is something that I've been trying to get for one of our customers for many years. It was in his collection since the 80s, I guess. And it's just a super fine Los Lamentos wolfenite. Just great. And it's really unusual to get this layering effect where you get the aragonite, the arsen disclosite with the wolfenites on top.
It's disclosite combined? What is it?
Yeah, arsen disclosite.
Yes. Yeah, it has the color, the luster, and what I like on the piece, you have some separate crystals on the matrix. Yeah. For me, my favorite rocks are the ones who have these separate crystals, and it makes the piece not crowdy, and it's a super piece, really a super piece. It has the good size. No, congratulations. As usual, you get some good stuff.
Thank you.
So thank you, Alain.
It was your pleasure.
Have a great show et merci encore pour cette belle présentation. Marco. Ciao, va bene?
Everything's okay, and you?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for the game. I know you are out of the World Cup, and Italy usually is a good team, but this time is the French time.
I don't understand. We are here in the mineral exhibition and we talk about football,
but
which
we're
is our argumentation.
but we're in the middle of the World Cup as well, and in Brazil. And this is a Brazilian piece or an Uruguay piece? Uruguay piece, okay.
You know, Ahmed is with Alsace. You have the two places in the world where you can find. One is South Brazil,
Okay.
and the other basaltic area, it's in Uruguay. That stone is huge for shape, for aesthetic, and for size. And that came from the best mine in Uruguay. It's Las Delicias mine.
Is it a new piece?
New piece?
Okay.
A few months.
Okay.
And you know that when we find that kind of material, you find a big geo. The original geo was of 2 tons of weight, very big. And we calculation the right size for the stone to be that one, around 70 kilos. So we have to sacrificate more than 1,900 kilos. I mean, it's just like this piece. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we are now in the booth of Marcus Grossman. Good morning, Marcus. Good to see you again. Welcome back to Sainte-Marie.
Why not? It's always fun to be here.
As usual, you have a nice display.
Thank you very much. But, need some nice minerals, otherwise we cannot make any business.
Of course, of course. Yeah, very unusual shape for Pakistani aqua.
Exactly. So I got a few, and that's one of the nice ones. It's very lustrous.
Let me see.
Sure. Looks a
Can
little
you
bit.
can you see probably the dissolution on the video, Brian? Yeah, it's a lovely piece. It has a good size. It has a good transparency.
Yep.
And very unusual for Pakistani aquamarine. Very nice. Is it a new find? Is it a new piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes from the Spitsbeverin, and that's typical for this locality. These gray inclusions, which are made by a couple of hundreds of phantoms, and especially the big crystal has a very interesting shape.
Yeah, it's what I wanted to ask you. Is it a twin? No, it's not a twin.
I don't think so.
But it has a very special shape.
Yeah.
Screwdriver.
It's like a screwdriver, yeah. You're right, yeah. And the inclusions come from clay. It's a kind of clay.
Okay.
And that's very typical for the material from this mountain.
What is the exact locality of the plant?
Spitsbeverin
Okay.
from Switzerland.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again, and see you in Munich. Of course. So we are now in the booth of Claudette and Michel Cabrol. They are very famous French dealers as well. They are in the business for many years. And Michel was used to travel to many localities as Pakistan, Namibia, Congo. But he is also Brazil too, that's right. And he is also one of the main providers, is one of the main sources for the blue fluorite from Le Burg. And Michel, can you tell us more about the Burg mine? Is it still a working mine, or is it closed?
No, now the mine is closed since 10 years. The mine is in the southwest of France, not far from Toulouse. And the mine was closed 10 years ago, and now she's underwater, deep, maybe 300 meters of water.
So it means that these pieces are old pieces.
Yes.
You can't find any more new pieces.
I cannot find more. That piece came from the collection of miners.
Okay.
It's the only solution to overflow it now.
So there is no chance at all to find some new pieces.
That place is impossible to reopen.
It's see you in Munich and see you in Tucson. Thank you, Michel, and have a good show. So we are now in the booth of Rudolf Watzl. Nice to meet you. Good afternoon.
Hello.
As usual, you have some very nice cases, and something just caught my eyes. I see you have some new opal from Namibia.
Yeah.
Can you maybe show me this one?
Sure, of course. This is a very good piece from the recent find, which was made maybe 1 or 2 months ago.
Okay.
And there was only maybe about 1,000 good pieces for the collector.
Okay.
What is special is that it's opal, and the color comes from copper.
Okay.
It's copper rich, what makes the turquoise blue color. So this was really a unique find because I have never seen this before.
And the special locality is in Namibia is from Bromberg. Okay, how?
It's
Very
from
well known locality for the quartz, amethyst quartz as well. So and yes, it's pretty new. I didn't see any specimen before of opal. So very interesting. It's one of the new find for the Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines show. Wow, Yaoganshan, no?
This is from Yaoganshan.
Yeah. The very well known locality for fluorites and quartz, and that one is really amazing with the great phantom inside. There's a second crystal inside. The luster is really good. The color is amazing. Is it a new piece?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
because
I got this recently out of an old collection. It was found around, I was told, 7 to 10 years ago.
Because it has been a while that we did not see some new fluorite from Yaoganshan.
Yeah, this is really a special piece with a fantastic phantom. And what is nice too are the combination with the small quartz, and the outside crystal is very sharp edged.
Yeah.
So it's really beautiful, and the crystal in the inside is really nice purple. So you also have the contrast. What makes it that good?
Yaoganshan is my favorite locality for fluorite from China. The best ones are from Yaoganshan. Okay. Very well crystallized gold. From where is it? This one?
This is the locality is the special thing on this piece actually. It comes from Alta Floresta from Brazil. Where I've seen coming to the market only 3 pieces in the last 8 years. While this is the best of the 3.
With some very well crystallized piece.
That's really well crystallized.
Yes,
that's what is unique in the piece, because from Alta Floresta, 99% of the gold which is found there is all way more rounded. So this is extremely sharp for the locale. If you have a look on this crystal or this, also these, so all is really sharp. And also the color and the brightness of the piece is very good. Normally the pieces are not that yellow, more brownish a little. And so this is really a unique piece. It's the best I ever had from the locale.
It's a really good piece,
And I know just some pieces of in that league.
The best mine.
Really
let me hold it,
beautiful
please.
piece. You want to hold it? I can imagine.
It's a combat. No, let me guess.
Mine,
It's a combat. Okay.
It's really beautiful.
Here we have a real killer piece. The combat cerussite. It's really the most desirable location for the cerussite, and the shape of that one is just fantastic. The color, the luster. This is something really. Well.
And what is nice on this crystal is, I mean, normally you always see just one twin, but on that piece you have 2 grown together, and this makes some aesthetics to the piece. So in my opinion, this is really good because of this. This makes a big difference to all the just single crystals.
Yeah, I love it.
That's a
Thank you. You can pack it for me, no problem.
I can imagine.
Let me hold it too.
Look at this aesthetics.
I think I know this piece, a very well-known piece.
Yeah, this is a famous piece.
It's from the Romero, no?
Yeah, it's the Romero piece. Yeah.
It was, if I'm not wrong, it's the one on the cover on the special issue of the Emma. No?
You have good memory, I see. But it's a famous piece.
It's such an aesthetic piece, you can't forget it. You can't forget. It's impossible.
Yeah, the aesthetics is so good. And it's actually it's good from both sides. Yeah, I mean it's pictured on just one side, of course, but the other side is really good too. Yeah.
It's a very fine example from Guerrero. So hard to find a real good Guerrero now.
It is.
I'm hunting for Guerrero as well, and it's so difficult. Rudolf, thank you very much. Have a good show, and see you in Munich.
See you in Munich.
Yes.
Of course.
Now we are still in the theater, and it's lunchtime. And you know that Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines is not only for the show for the mineral specimen. Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines also it's a very well-known area of France when you can get good wine and good food. So here, this bar restaurant is managed by this group. It's an association who is working here just for the show, and the money that they will get with the restaurant will go to help the children of the valley. They're gonna also promote one band from the city. They're gonna print a CD, and they will help also the children. So, well, let's have a wine test now, Brian. Maybe we can start with a Gewürztraminer, which is a very famous local wine. Please. Cheers. Enjoy. Really? you were thirsty, no? Okay. And this is a sparkling one, a crema. Enjoy. I think, Brian, we have to talk for a while. Just stop the video. We go outside just to take fresh air, you know. And thank you for the wine test. Have a great show. Okay, Brian, now we're outside of the theater in the streets of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines, who are full of tents, and we're gonna stop by the Jürgen Markgraf booth to see what he has to show us. I heard he has some good specimen to show us. Good afternoon, Jürgen. It's good to see you, and as usual, I saw you have some good stuff.
Thank you.
I have seen a very special Cavradi piece. Can you show us the specimen, please? So the typical Cavradi hematite with quartz. Can you tell us a little about the piece? When was it found?
It's a piece from the 90s, found by Dozy.
The famous, the legend Dozy Strahler. Okay.
And it's a really typical Cavradi piece, except you don't see any rutile.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true.
Normally
there is no rutile.
Rutile.
But even the color is a little different. It's bluish.
Yeah, it's bluish. It's
what is
oxidation.
It? Kind of oxidation.
Yeah,
okay.
Heated, and so the hematite got these bluish colors. And you see the high quality quartz together with the.
Yeah, the piece has. Let me see the piece. Yeah, the piece has a really good presentation with the Jimmy quartz on the front and the very rich in hematites.
You know you can get much better luster on the blades.
Yes.
I have another piece I can show you, smaller but with perfect luster.
But the luster is already really good on that one.
Too
yes.
bad, but if you compare this to
let's see.
second piece, you will see the difference.
Okay. Okay, yes, I see what you mean.
See what I mean.
And it has not a bluish color, that one.
It's a complete floater.
Oh yes, yes. Does it have routine on it, this one? Yes, no? Not here?
Yeah, here you see.
Here
yeah,
there is
here you
one,
see
yes,
some.
yes. Yeah, the luster is fantastic on that piece. All
See
the
all
blades,
the
yes,
blades, how they
yes.
grow.
And this one, when was it found?
That's 3 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay. Was it from
It's a
Dozy
recent
as
piece.
well?
No, it's not from Dozy.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lovely piece.
That's the highest luster you can
Yeah, yes. You have a very nice Hilton fluoride from the yellow-orange color from Cumbria.
get. Yeah. I was lucky
It's-
to get a lot.
It's an old piece,
These
no?
are old pieces, yeah.
The mine is still producing in Hilton.
No, I think it's an area where the army firing range.
Okay.
So people are, it's not allowed to collect there anymore.
I can see some twins around, one here. Yeah, the luster, the transparency of
Also
the piece
here
is
have a
really
piece
good. Yes.
to compare.
Yeah. Ah, okay. You have
Smaller
a
crystals, but
you have a second
much
one
better, yeah.
from the same locality.
Same locality.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh yes. The color is not as deep as that
No,
one,
not
but
that
the
deep color.
clarity, the gemminess of that one is amazing, and I can see also some twins.
Twins
again
yeah.
on that one.
Absolutely free of any damage. See small balls of auricalcite.
Oh yes, let me see.
Not too much, but you see.
Yes,
them
yes,
on
I
the
can see. Yes,
faces.
yes. Can you see the luster, Brian, on the video? Yeah, it's really a fantastic piece. So
I think it's the only
Cumbria.
locality in the world with twins, this color and this.
Yeah, in that
gemminess
color, in
and
that
quality.
color, it's
Yeah.
very nice.
And it's
very, very
three-dimensional.
nice.
Normally the Hilton
Are flat,
more
no?
flat
Yeah, yes,
seams.
yes,
Only and
yes.
we have no three-dimensional specimens.
So thank you, Jürgen.
Always a pleasure. You're welcome.
It was really a pleasure to see your specimen, and good luck for the show.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Bye. So now, Brian, we're gonna visit one of my best friends from Morocco. His name is Iswani, and he is specialized in good specimens from Morocco. Let's have a look in his stand what he has to show us. Hey, Iswani, salam alaikum. How are you?
How are you?
Good? My good friend. This is Iswani, the number one or one of the best one in Morocco. Always providing some good stuff. He comes to Tucson. Tu viens Tucson, hein? Munich aussi. He's in Munich as well. I heard that you had some very good blueberry from Morocco.
Yes, I have.
I can see some very good specimens. Ryan, if you want to have a look. And he has a very fine selection. You can see this piece is a really good one. That one very jammy, smaller, but some very transparent blades. And he told me that he has a very special one.
I have
oh yes,
this piece.
yes. Marshall piece.
Yes.
Here is a very fine example of what we could say it's one of the best from the old pocket. It's a new piece, no?
Yes, it's a
what?
new piece.
Few weeks ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, no?
Yes,
The pocket.
2
months ago, yeah, 2 months. Yeah, now there is a lot of workers in Nador, and there is hundreds of pieces on the market. But that one is the best I have seen for the whole show. I have seen a lot of pieces, and then that one on Matrix is really superb. You can see it is in perfect condition. On Matrix, which is even harder to find, and the piece is really of high quality. It's from Midelt, of course, from Midbladen. I mean, Midelt is the city close to Midbladen. Most of the local miners are living in Midelt or in Midbladen. And this is a very nice example as well of vanadonite. It has been producing vanadonite for decades, for many years in Midbladen. My father in the 70s was used to travel there and had some great on white barite. Ah là.
Dis-moi, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire?
Brian.
Thank you.
Moroccan hospitality, enjoy. Thank you, Eswani. Thank you again, and have a good show.
Even with a bit of rain at the end. But
oh, hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian. Yeah.
Good to see you.
To see you. Sorry, we're having a little glass. Cheers. You already had your glass coming in. It's unbelievable. Cheers.
Be prepared.
Wow. Cheers. So Wolfgang and Karen, I think we've been going around in your booth here. Maybe we can go and have a look at some of your beautiful manual specimens. We've seen 2 or 3 of them that would be really nice to show and maybe take out of the case if that's possible. Can we go?
No problem at all.
Yeah,
Yes.
all right.
Yes, I think we have some great specimens. A fantastic descloisite from the Berg-Aukas mine. Look here, this brilliant luster.
Very nice.
Pristine all around.
Wow.
Look here. Probably one of the best I've seen since several years. Very sharp edged.
Yeah, that's
No
that's
mistake.
one of my favorite minerals actually.
Yes.
Maybe because it has a French name to begin with, but look at the shape like that they can give, and this one is actually really
Yes.
brilliant, shiny.
And normally
Extremely shiny all the way around. Yeah.
You don't call it descloisite, you call it descloisite. Yes. Very nice specimen.
nice.
I love it. This we purchased just a couple of weeks before. An old translucent to transparent crocoite with well terminated and beautiful perched in a whack of kidney ore, flaminite kidney ore. Very nice specimen, unusual in this kind of crystallization.
Yeah. So can we see the top as well? Like a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
You look here.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because the top is just perfect as well, which is kind of unusual. Beautiful all the way around.
This is a gorgeous hematite, totally pristine, from the Swanning 2 mine in Kuruman.
Right. Again.
A long
lot
time
of
ago that I've
crystals.
seen. A big, you can hold it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Great.
The specimen doesn't bite.
That does. Oh, that's good. Yeah. All the faces.
Yes.
Not chipped perfectly. Perfect. And you said that this one came from a collection in the 80s.
Yes, yes. And we have been very happy to purchase the specimen together with some others. Also a couple of weeks before.
I
Yes,
love
beautiful
this one. This one.
striation and faces.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Great. Oh, that's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous crystals
the
everywhere
shape?
around
Yes.
again, huh? Wow. Wow. And on the other side, yes. Perfect.
You can also hold it and feel the weight.
Thank
It's
you.
really heavy. You don't
Pure
expect
silver
it.
ore.
Yes, yeah. Beautiful specimen from Morocco then, right?
Yes.
From which mine exactly?
It's from the Emitter mine.
Emitter.
Yes.
Look at all the perfect little crystals over there. Brian did the cat jet. And on the other side.
Totally floater.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. There's an old timer from the San Francisco mine in Mexico. You see the typically orange colored mimetite with tabular blades of transparent wolfenite. They're razor sharp.
Yes. Yeah, I like this crystal with the all the inclusions inside.
Yes.
Just gorgeous, gorgeous. Perfect transparency, great color. Look at that. You can see through it. You can see through it, yeah. And all of the single crystals actually completely gemmy.
Yes.
Wonderful. So we have quartz, matrix, and you have one large crystal. And all of them, those crystals are gemmy. Look at this little guy over there. That is perfect. Termination. like it this way.
Yes, that's right. It's fantastic.
Yes, it is fantastic.
I love it very much, especially because it's very contrastful.
Yeah.
And colorful.
Thank you.
Look here, that's a beautiful combination of halite with gypsum crystals.
Gypsum.
You can hold it, it's not fragile.
Great.
It's our
like the elk.
Yes, it's
yes,
our
it does. I'm going to turn it around because it's beautiful behind as well. You have more halite on the back.
Yes. They have been discovered in the last year, in the end of the last year.
Okay.
And
you said Germany, but did you say the name of the mine as well?
Yes, it's Bleicherode in Thuringia.
Okay. Thank you.
They discovered a bunch of them, but if my informations are right, this find is already over. So
this find is already over?
Yes, good stuff is no more available.
And all the halites were this kind of color, like whitish.
All of the halites like that, and mostly accompanied by the gypsum crystals. Yes. And do you like to see one of our treasures?
Of course, yes, please.
Okay, I think Karen will show you our treasure because she is also my treasure. It is an over 20 years old Jacato Aqua with fantastic visible faces. Comes from sometimes in the Stevens Mill collection.
A lot of etching
Look
features.
here with the light.
Fantastic. Look at the bottom with all the tubes then, huh? At the bottom.
Nice. Unbelievable specimen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's special indeed. Oh, look at the top. The top is fantastic. Yeah, it lights up like crazy. And the top has been etched a lot as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectly terminated. No damage all
at all.
around.
No
nothing.
damage at all.
Absolutely pristine.
I just love this. You know, when there's something happening there.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you very much. That's great. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
And, a few more hours in Sainte-Marie and the sun is back. See, that's perfect. So I will see you very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great show.
Very much. And I think we chin-chin for Sainte-Marie. Okay.
Chin-chin. That was nice.
Okay.
Let's give it back to Brian.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Santé.
Cheers. Cheers. Santé.
And meet you next time in Sainte-Marie.
Next time.
Thank you.
We are now in the booth of Alain Martaud with the co-host for What's Hot in Ste.Marie, and he told me that he has two special rocks to show us, so let's have a look.
The first is a blue-greenish fluorite on quartz from Montroc. Montroc is near Le Burc, it's Albigeois fluorite district in southwest of France, in Tarn. The department is Tarn. And that one has a very, very fine blue color with just a part of greenish. It's different. This is different than Le Burc, classic Le Burc.
Yeah. The color is not exactly the same.
Absolutely.
And for me, I've never seen a piece from Morocco of that quality. Usually, I saw or small pieces or
dull crystals.
Yeah, exactly. The luster of that one is really good. It has a good transparency. It has a good size. It's really a fine example of what we can find in Morocco. I can see pyro.
Yes.
Yeah, so pyromorphite from Les Farges.
Yes, but a very special one. We have one pocket with a campylite shape, and this one is maybe one of the best from that pocket.
It's the best one I have ever seen. It's a campylite from Les Farges. Let me have a look.
On quartz, on grey quartz, because galena inclusions, and a few barite, white barites.
Yeah, typical from Les Farges, the white barite. So it's not the regular standard pyromorphite that we can find in Les Farges. It's an unusual shape. We call it compilite, of course.
Yeah.
And
but it has been analyzed, and it's
confirmed
100% pyromorphite, not mimetite.
Okay. Yeah.
But in terms of color, this is an architecture of the general architecture of the specimen. This is maybe the best I have seen from the pocket.
Yeah, by far.
And I just get it in the collection of an old miner, very old.
Yeah, because what we have to say, it's an old piece. Of course, the mine is not working anymore, and there were few years ago some works on the roadside and the motorway where we found some more pieces.
Yeah, green little crystals on white barite.
Yeah. But the main pockets came in the late 70s?
Late 70s. That one was found in exactly 1975.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, in the late 70s, my dad at that time got a full pocket and was displaying the pieces at the
green emerald,
the grass green pyro, and they were on display at the Millau show at that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you, Alain. As usual, you have some good French specimen. You are a good provider for the French great specimen. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Well, Alain is also in charge of the special exhibit. This year is the copper. And let's go and see what you did this year. I heard that there were some great specimen, including some very good chassis and the famous Bisbee cuprite.
Yeah.
So let's go and see.
So Brian, we are here in the exhibit hall where will take place the copper mineral exhibition. The name is CU2+. And the goal is to show to mineral collectors and also to the general public the variety of the diversity of the coppers, the minerals of coppers. So the exhibition is divided in several parts. We have a strong part about Chessy. Chessy was a copper mine, a small copper mine, which worked between 1811 and 1825, so that's a long time ago. And it's 25 kilometers north from Lyon, right in the middle of Beaujolais vineyards. And all the museums of the world have some specimen from Chessy, because it seems there are some little caverns completely full of crystals. So at that time, it certainly was for sale on the market, on the mineral market, which was already strong, I think. And you can see in every museum in the world some Chessy specimen. This is the first time we have such an amount of big specimen, because we unearthed some unknown specimen from the reserve of some museum, especially the Lyon Museum, which will reopen to the public soon. We have almost 100 specimens from Chessy. Then we have, maybe we can go to see the vitrines. We have a European section with some old Cornish specimen, some old German specimen, old Ural or Romania. We have also a French section, especially made for the French collectors, with some well-known place for copper, minerals of copper, and some less well-known place. I like to have always some novelties to show. And then we have a section about the North American part, with some very good Chessy and Michigan specimen, and other stuff that you will discover, some from Mexico, for instance. And we have a very, very strong part about Africa. So 6 different museums and 7 private collectors participate. very friendly. This is very a good thing. The Luxembourg Museum has a strong collection about Zaire, former Zaire, Katanga. The National Museum of Natural History from Paris also. So we have a strong section for Africa, that as you will see. And we have 6 vitrine vaults with some very interesting specimens. For instance, the star specimen from Lyon Museum, which calls the Dragon. It's an azurite from Chessy, certainly one of the best known. It's about 30 centimeters long, crystallized on both sides. It's very, very bright, some big crystals up to 4 centimeters, good color, blue, kind of electric blue. And we are very proud to have the famous red cuprite from Bisbee, found by the Graham family in the 70s, I think. Especially bring to the show, to the Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines show, by the family. In this vault, I'm very, very proud to show you some not well-known minerals from France. These are big tetrahedrite crystals covered, completely lining by azurite and malachite crystals, small crystals. These were found in 1904 in a very, very small mine in the Pyrenees. You know that mountain in the south of France who separate from Spain. Only 4 specimens are known, and we have 2 of those. And the third one is from Lagardette, the famous gold mine, famous for the quartz. There is also some tetrahedrite and good chalcopyrite. You will see some in the other vitrines. And the tetrahedrites are also completely blue, lining by azurite crystals. Here we have a little view about dioptase, a mineral that certainly people like a lot. We have a classic good dioptase on dolomite from Tsumeb, from the collection of Alexandre Delerme in Paris. A superb specimen from Pimbi in Congo, found in the 50s. The crystals are very, very long and very gemmy. It's almost 3 centimeters long for only 8 millimeters diameter. That specimen belongs to the National Museum. And another classic place, which is Tantara mine in Katanga, in former Zaire, and that good specimen, good vug, belongs to the Nature Museum of Luxembourg. Okay, let's go now to the North American showcase. Hi Raquel, nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you travel well with your specimen?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting us to be here.
My pleasure.
It's an honor. Because you know, our museum, we have around between 100 and 120,000 mineral specimens, and one of our main collection is the A.F. Holden collection, and that's what we brought in here. There is few specimens like the azurite and malachite at the back. That one is from the A.F. Holden. It was donated on the 1820s. And he was a main collector of Bisbee. He loved Bisbee. He has something special with it. So that's what we have. That one, also the spanulite. This one on the front. This is one of the best because of the size of the crystal and the crystallinity is just beautiful. They are really big and crystalline. The other two, the other one from Bisbee, this one is a recent acquisition. That one is not from the A.F. Holden collection, but you can see the conolite, the fibers and the color is just exceptional. And then three more specimens from the States. We have the typical Michigan. It's not that, it's a beautiful piece, but it's copper. If you ask me which one, I would go with the azurite. And then we have a bonite from Connecticut and a chalcocite, which is Connecticut is not such a, is located underneath Massachusetts, so it belongs to the New England region, and our collection, the strength is also the New England, so we have a big collection of New England specimens, and for the locality, a really big, maybe for other localities like Germany, it might not be that special, but for us, it's a kind of a easy to put together exhibit, to travel on a plane, but it was fun to get the specimens. Yeah, thank you.
We are in Terre, a touristic mine and mining museum, and here I had the chance last year to make an exhibition about the minerals of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines with some treasures from the very, very old time, some silver who belongs to the King Louis XIV. So Brian, let's go inside. Last year, for the 50th anniversary of the Mineral Show of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines, we had the idea with the mayor to make an exhibition about the minerals of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines and try to put together all the minerals which are in different museums everywhere in the world. We have quite success with some museums, and for the first time some of the old-timers like the silver from Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines are here for the year together in some vitrines in the city. So we have a first vitrine devoted to chalcopyrite. Chalcopyrite is not a very, very common mineral in Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines, but here in the Saint-Jean vein there was at least two discoveries. One is very old and took place right here in that mine in 1900, and with some extremely good crystals. I have to be very, very careful. Of super, super bright, complicated twins of chalcopyrite. There's a few dings on the specimen, but you know it's an old-timer who survives World War, so we can be happy to still have that. So let's see another specialty of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines, the native arsenic, because here in the Neuenberg, the new mountain from the second period of mining times, one vein, the Saint-Jacques vein, is completely filled with native arsenic. We can see a vein of maybe 25 centimeters thick, and there's some very big blocks, as you can see here, known. And the first cavers who reopened the galleries in the 70s could find some of those just lining on the floor. Here we show some other arsenates with some copper or lead or other metal amount that gives color. And one is really, really rare. It's a razekite. It's a bismuth arsenate. And for the story, those were found before, few years before the discovery and the description of razekite. But at that time, and I took part of that story when I was a child, we believe it was simply azurite, so we miss a new species. This case is devoted to silver and aragonite, which is a very strange mix. Here we have some piece of history of mineralogy, because, for instance, that silver belongs to King Louis XIV, maybe to King Louis XIII, who creates the Jardin du Roi, Garden of the King, which was the first step of the National French Museum. Here there is a mix with calcite which is a mineral very, very common in Sainte-Marie with many, many different shapes. That one is very important to me because it's a kind of anti-scepter, and I self-collected it in 1981 when I was a child, during one of my first trips in the underground in the mines of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. It's quite an interesting crystal. Here we have other carbonates. The anchorites were very famous also in the 19th century. And there's some quite good samples, mostly pseudo after calcite. This is the case of sulfides. In the history of the mining district, the first period was galena, the ore, with a few amount of silver inside. And in the second period, the 16th century, the main ore was tetrahedrite. They call it grey copper, and there's a few percent of silver, easy to remove. And this was a main ore, which made Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines a rich country at that time. So of course there's some crystals time to time of those species. There's also some crystals of sphalerite because there's a few amount of zinc. And you can see, for instance, that kind of sphalerite, very, very red. This case is to show some other minerals that we can find in some veins in the granite outside the silver mining district. There's some, time to time, some vein of quartz and hematite, and there's still some cast after calcite. It seems that it is a common geological phenomena in the area of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. These are red silvers, that means sulfides of silver, which are daylight sensitive. So we have a special vitrine to protect them from the light. It's only, the bulbs are only on when you open the lid. This postite is quite good. It's almost 3 centimeters crystal. There is also some fluorite in Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines district, but most of them are deeply etched, and there is some deep blue specimen, sometimes with very big crystals up to 20 centimeters, but they fade completely even if you keep them in drawers. And anyway, they are very rare and difficult to find underground. So we have a general overview of this exhibition. There's about 300 specimens. This is the first time we put together so many specimens from Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. It was quite a difficult job because we have to sign many papers, especially for the silvers who belongs to the kings, because they are national treasures. I hope we have other exhibition next year on other subjects, because we have many, for instance, many other treasures not very well known in the Vosges Massif.
So on top of everything else that we saw, the special exhibits, the beautiful scenery in Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines, there are plenty of mines in the area, mostly silver mine, copper mine. So this is one typical here. It's in Tellure, and we're going to go and have a look at it. Actually, I'm going to suit up because it's kind of cold in here. So let's go. now we are coming this way, and we're approximately here in this area. And what Xavier was explaining as well is this area is where we drain the water out of the mine, and all the claims owner put themselves together to actually build this gallery that drains the water out. We are in the big chamber now. We're really at the core of the vein. It's actually the end of the workout here. The miners had to dig out to achieve this very own vein here. So that's probably like in the 17th century. So what you see here is a shaft, and the vein was going out down 100 meters here, and you see up as well, so everything is emptied out. And when the Germans came back, they actually tried to dig some more, and over there you have some kind of vestige of their work over there, but then there was nothing else to find really. You see a lot of pyrite here, some really big chunks actually, and Xavier was saying that there are not that many of pyrite in the Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines area, so why the pyrite is there and nowhere else, it's not really well explained, but nice one here. Pyrite, a big chunk of pyrite here, and later on we're going to see chalcopyrite. This gallery here is leading to the vein over there, and this part of the gallery actually you see very well the distinction between this ancient part from the 16th and 17th century. Everything is hammered down by hand. It's really crazy. And the Germans, when they came later on, and reopened this entire place to make some more room here. So you see it's like everything has been done by jackhammer. There's no marks of the handwork here anymore. So they reopened here, tried to go back to this old vein area, tried to dig some more, but obviously they didn't find anything anymore. The people from the 17th century dug everything out of the vein. I'm standing here at the top of the Terre mine. Seeing this rope, it's 117 meters down, and all this vein here has been worked out, and now it's a big hole. So I'm going to take some harness, take the rope, and go all the way down to 117 meters. Wait, it's going to be for next year, so you have to stay tuned for Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines 2015.
We are in the gem portion of Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines show here, and as you will see, we have hundreds of gem dealers here. Also jewelry, beads, so it's kind of a variety of things, but really today, let's go and have a look at some special little things over there, little faceted gems mostly. Come on, let's have a look. We are in Gem World now, and we are in the presence of Valerio, and really wanted to see some of his tanzanite here. It looks like he's a really good specialist, and I've been really interested by his non-heated cut tanzanite. He has even some rough here. So, Valerio,
yeah.
can we have some look at maybe some rough to begin with? Thank you.
Here we have the green one, the rough. I don't know if you can see the camera.
Maybe you can see the pleochrysum already on this one. Yeah, I think we can see it.
And here we have the green one after cutting.
And I think it's just great to see actually the colors, the not the purple, blue typical ones. These are just fun rocks.
A few years we started finding tanzanite in different colors. So yellow, lemon, purple, pink, which is also very rare.
Is that the rarest?
Yeah, probably the rarest, yeah. Peach color, and this is natural blue, for instance.
That's
found
perfect.
Blue.
Yes.
And this is the brown one. If you heat this one, you'll get this color. We found actually 99% of tanzanite in the mines. I mean, this color, they call it Coca-Cola color in Africa. Yeah. And after heating around 600 degrees Celsius, you get this blue.
So that's kind of a corrective stone more than for the jewelry business, right? Because it's not found in great quantity enough.
No, not quantity. This
right,
actually, this you cannot make a production, like for big brands. These are, you have to make like a design, each piece, and then you have to make like special pieces. Each stone should get his own design and his own setting, you know. So you can.
Yes.
So this is actually my market, you know. I'm not
Yes.
going to. Then we have crystals, like this, for instance, which is.
This is a big one.
It's 1 kg. It's 1 crystal of tanzanite.
1 kilogram.
You can see. Yeah. I think it's nice for a pendant.
Right. Very perfect.
Or a ring. This one, I think. So this is how we found the stuff in Tanzania. Yeah.
Thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
sharing that with us.
Okay.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Have a great show. I always want to go and see Boris. Boris, hi. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Boris is a great opal dealer, and I know that each time is going to have something spectacular. I was seeing something in this here. So can you give me this Contraluz opal over there? The
this
transparent,
one?
yes, please, yes.
Okay.
That would be great.
It's 8.3 carats.
And where does it come from?
It's from Mezezo in Ethiopia.
In Ethiopia, so that's kind of the recent recent found, or?
Yeah, it's quite old, but the stone, the rough, has 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has been cut recently, and
can I have a look at it?
Yeah.
Here, so you cut yourself.
Yeah, it's the French way with a jam peg machine, so it's by hand.
And what I see here is the table. The table is not polished, like smooth. It's still
exactly.
rough. Well,
it's frosted.
Frosted, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the pattern from
So you can
inside
see,
the stone.
And that's absolutely unbelievable. Like, you can see inside, but what strikes me here is that you can actually see also what we call the digit pattern.
Yes.
Very typical from opal from Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Well, I just love it. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'm sure I will see you next year.
See you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Denis Gravier.
Hi,
So good
hello.
to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Always love stopping here. Denis Gravier is a great dealer. He does really rare stones, some fun stuff, you know, the things that you're not used to see as jewelry. So that's the kind of stuff I like. And when I walked by earlier, I noticed a few things that I really want to take out if we can. And
Sure.
maybe shall we begin with, you know, I have to begin with the Mont Blanc, right? Because it's kind of exceptional by the size. You always have a few of those cuts Mont Blanc fluorite. So can you tell us more? Like, how do you manage to have the cuts? Do you buy the rough first?
Yeah, we do buy the rough from Cristalli, from people who are looking for them
Okay.
all year long, and then we have them cut by super cutters, and then they can display all the fire and all the colors for the customers.
And this one, how big is this one?
70 carats. Yes.
70 carats.
The thing is with Mont Blanc material, when you have a deep color, usually you have many inclusions.
Right,
Very
yeah,
difficult.
this one is so clear.
Yeah. Usually you cannot have both the saturated color and clean stones.
Right, yeah.
This one is clean with a lighter color, but
Lighter
it's still
color,
wonderful.
Yes. Well, we are going for pink, so let's go and have a look at another pink stone then.
Sure.
And I think what I'm going to ask you next is the Pezzotoite, just because we know very, very well Federico Pezzotta. So that's his stone, you know, it has been named after him.
So we have a cabochon and a faceted stone.
Yay, look at that. They
Which
are
are-
just like candies.
Big
I want
candies.
to eat them. They're huge. I've never seen, you know, in this size, that's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. Cabochon is 28 carat.
Wow.
And the faceted stone is over 80.
You know, for the people who don't know this material, it's always very heavily included, so that's normal. We won't. It's just normal for that, but it's just the size. I mean, come on. Have you even seen like a mineral like that big already? You know, it's kind of exceptional
Absolutely.
for a mineral. But like on top of that, when you cut it, you lose some weight. So the rough was probably
Huge.
exceptional. Yeah. Exceptional in size. Oh, what are you giving us? Nice, yes. All right, and I love cat's eye. So this is a cat's eye Pezzotoite. Let me take it in my hand if I can. So not only it's rare because it's a Pezzotoite, but it's even rarer because it has a cat's eye on top of it.
Yep.
That's Great. And this one is how many carats?
It's 6.5.
6.5 carats, yeah.
From San Potosi.
San Potosi, okay.
The famous location for, the one and only location for good phosphophyllite.
Yeah. And again, you know, we are used with minerals. They usually don't come in big size. And look at this one. How big is this one?
It's over 6 carats.
6 carats.
Yeah, and it's from tip to tip, it's about 14-15 millimeters.
And again, it's pretty clear for phosphophyllite.
Yeah, very clear for phosphophyllite.
Unbelievable.
And remember, hardness is about 2.5. So it's not for jewelry, of course.
It's not for jewelry.
And even for collector stone, it has to be handled with
very
care.
Very carefully, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very carefully. Great. Denis, thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you, and see you probably next
time.
year.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye-bye. Every year, Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines has different theme. The show has different theme, and this year was copper. Next year we have quartz, and Victor here has some preview for us.
Yeah.
So you're going to be exhibiting, right, in a special exhibit.
Yes.
What will you? Do you have a few things that you will have next year? Different things?
Yeah,
sneak
I
peek
have just a few pieces, and I can show you. This is a special design because of each stone has some symbol in a pattern of facets, and I want to show gemstone not only beauty, but as a carrier of a philosophical idea. Yeah.
I can help you with switching. You have, I see that you have a bigger box here, a special box maybe.
This is an amethyst.
Look at that. Wow, amethyst. Look at the star. Look at the star. It looks like you have put facets on the table there.
Yeah.
And the designs, it shows a star.
On the crown it has a star with narrow rays, and on the pavilion also star, but with white rays.
That will be a wonderful exhibit next year, I think. Huh?
Sure, thanks.
Great, thank you so much, Victor.
Thank
Honored.
So we're here up in the balcony overlooking the floor of the theater behind us, and Monsieur Omer Claude Bell has joined us. Ça va?
Oui, ça va.
Perfect. So my big question is, all the dealers that have come here have said that they have done outstanding business, and everybody seems to be having more fun than I see at any other mineral shows. How have you done this?
En fait, ce qu'il demande, c'est que tous les
D'abord
each show has its peculiarity, and this one is all about meeting up with people, socializing, and each one is bringing something else. So it's like it's kind of a tight show as well. So you have no other choice than interacting with the person next to you. So it's really bringing people together. That is their specialty here, and it works very well in Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines.
Well, for my first time coming here, I am completely impressed. I have had a wonderful time, and I'm curious what's in store for next year.
Donc c'était la première fois que Brian était là cette année.
Non, mais je crois que le pari sur
The first thing is that he wants to keep this nice atmosphere, people getting together.
Mhm.
That's definitely something, keep pushing that up. But also he wants to make sure that next year's everything is going to be still even better. The conferences are going to be better, educational programs, more educational programs, special exhibits, every year something new, something better, and all the time bringing people together. That's the main bet here.
Wonderful. Well, one thing that becomes very clear is the real focus of the show is almost kind of a family feel. And speaking of family, I would like to welcome Monsieur Omer to the What's Hot family. What's Hot in Ste.Marie.
Et maintenant avec la famille de What's Hot in Ste.Marie. Voilà, vous êtes maintenant faites partie de la famille.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Un grand plaisir.
Merci beaucoup.
De faire partie de cette démarche et de cette grande famille.
Monsieur Asbel is very happy that now he's part of What's Hot and What's Hot in Ste.Marie. It's a real great pleasure for him.
À l'année prochaine.
Thank you.
Merci.
See you next year.
Bye.
This is something extraordinary. We often have these in stock, but this is something that I've been trying to get for many years from one of our customers, and we were lucky enough to recently acquire it. And for just a Los Lamentos dioptase, this is extraordinary.
Okay, I'm going to have you put that down and we're going to restart it because I swear you said dioptase.
Maybe.
Yeah, did it? Isn't that a dioptase?
Yes.
That's what the label says.
Yes. Look, it has the real blue color.
It has a Gobin label.
Look.
The Gobin label
Look.
says dioptase.
Look, the presentation is just great.
The what?
So put back
The Gobin label said dioptase.
And he believed it. Can you believe it?
You always trust the Gobin label.
You got a bridge to sell them now.
Can you believe it? He did not realize it was another right. Come on.
Tell me manuscript.
So just the start.
Yeah, just
Okay. No, but not this one.
I thought you wanted the azurite. You said you wanted to see the azurite.
He's drunk already. Oh my god. Here we have a very fine example of what we call a pyromorphite from Lefar. Okay, help yourself.
Okay, are you ready?
No, it's mine. Yeah, the problem is drinking in the 3 glasses, you know? Oh no. Oh, it's Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. The shameless
I'd like to
plug.
show off Diana's new handiwork. This is our new range of mouse pants. For every collection, every taste, we have French, we have Sumeb, we have English ones. We've got 4 people that collect English rocks.
I have the bread too.
I'm going to eat that thing later. Will you get it out of there?
All right, we're rolling.
Okay, good afternoon, Junger. Jürgen. Okay, again. Junger.
Who cares about the name?
Jürgen. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Good afternoon, Jürgen. You know what? A glass of wine. Jürgen. It will be in the end too.
Yeah, exactly. Take 2, sorry.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you.
He told me I could sit there. Don't put like that.